Hi. Oh, I haven't been live in quite some time. I had a cancellation today, so I had this time open. And given that I've been sitting with people in Thursday Dharma and hearing a lot and feeling a lot and feeling in the collective all that is going on. So I thought I'd jump on live and speak about integration, specifically at the belly, as we're really landing more in our bodies. At this time of lockdown, it's a wonderful time to integrate and to kind of feel the edges of the different places that we move away from. And what has come up in the groups with people that I'm meeting with is the energy of anger. So I want to speak about that a little bit. Something isn't quite right on my screen though here. Let me see. But let's first of all, let's like just ground and anchor together. So take a couple of breaths with me. And I want you to just check how you are in your body right now. Let yourself take a couple of nice, long, deep breaths. Mm. And now you may be sitting in a chair, a sofa, or on the ground, whatever it is. But let yourself be in a place where you can sink and land in your body with your feet on the ground so you can feel the soles of your feet on the earth. This is a time to anchor, root in the ground. For integration to happen, and let me tell you, it's a never ending process because we have integration at mind, as awakening happens at the mind to the absolute consciousness that we are, and then the purifying of the heart, opening of the heart, connecting to universal love. And so much happens at the heart. And then here at the belly is where we clear out any distorted energy in relationship to power, and we reclaim our innocence. And it isn't so much a doing, but in this process of letting go into your body, descending in and down in the body, the imprints that we've collected in this human experience from all of past experiences. As we let go more in a softening, you could say that's a surrender, but more just a breathing in and down, a leaning, softening, right where you feel the sensations, the energetic pull to the ground of being, the earth, mother beneath you. So a question came to me yesterday about anger, and there's sometimes we can, in a certain way, be hooked into intensity. And anger can be a very intense kind of energy. But when we settle in our bodies and allow ourselves to breathe and sense and feel the different edges where there still may be identification or a holding, and we soften and breathe here, allowing everything to be entering down in the belly. Often anger is masking something else. I mentioned innocence. So anger is often around loss or violation or having something taken unwillfully or being pushed to do something against our alignment with innocence, with goodness, with truth. So as we land more here, that edge of hardness or pockets of holding that can feel very strong can begin to soften and to allow an emptiness of that field and trust your own experience. But what you may experience then is sadness, grief, that sense of loss. And grief is a I want to call it a purifying emotion because grief is so deeply in alignment with the truth of our existence at the core, which is love. And we wouldn't hurt or feel any wounding if our nature wasn't love, essentially. So to allow tears, that sense of loss, and sometimes when we open to it, it can feel that a portal opens, whether it be grief or wounding, all kinds of different energies. You don't even have to label it. But this opens, sometimes it can feel like it will never end. But it will end. It will end. There is an end to it. Now, the integration of then what happens after we allow for a deeper emptying, a fuller, it's kind of a contradiction, a full empty. But as we empty, there is a sense of fullness. Then what's always been here, the innocence becomes more accessible. And with that comes a very creative force. Power is meant to not manipulate or power over or rank and have some kind of dominant system. But creative power is a force of goodness where insights and new ideas can come, new ways of being, new possibilities. It's almost like giving birth to something that has always been here but hasn't had an opportunity to engage itself in life. And that's part of the integration. So at one level, we're always meeting, in this process of returning to love, to truth fully, giving ourselves over to truth. We're in an ongoing process, and for each of us, it can be different. And so much is dependent on our commitment and our dedication, not so much what our circumstance is, because truth does not hold itself to any one environment. And I'm a really good example of this as a mother, and I have a very full on life with a family. But the beautiful thing about being in an ordinary life and not, although many of us right now are in shutdown and secluded, is that when we're in an ordinary life, we have so many opportunities to bump up against different places where we may not have clarity yet. You know, so this is all good, all good. Ah, so I just thought I'd pop on for a minute and let you know that I haven't been coming live as often because I'm submitting a proposal for a second book that I actually have two books in the making. And oh, what a process this is for me, to bring my story forward once again in a way that can be of great service to so many people that experience tragedy and dark nights, as we're all kind of in a global dark night right now. But to show the portals of possibility and to offer the tools for moving through something, not away from it, and all of the different opportunities we have to integrate our awakenings and to meet these different edges, especially here at the belly, because at the belly is where the possibility for being creative becomes enlivened. And we all need this at this time. So I want to just say hello and thank you for checking in. If you get to hear this, have a beautiful day. Namaste.